so I can't stand on mountains. You raise me up.
Conor is 6 years old. He was born with Down syndrome and also a major heart condition, tetralogy of Fallot. So he had that repaired when he was 1. And I guess we've never looked back since. We came across Sensational Kids probably a year and a half ago. And then specifically in January of 2009, I heard about the Handwriting Without Tears programme. And from there we went on, and Conor had some one-to-one sessions with Sarah Ross, the OT here. And we've continued over the last year to progress his skills and have a plan of action specifically for Conor. It's made a huge difference, and I suppose especially when I think about Conor starting school last September. So he's in a mainstream school, Sculwera in Newbridge. And, you know, to attend mainstream school, children have to be independent. They need to be able to do their buttons, you know, put on their coats, take them off. Things that I guess some other kids will take for granted. But for Conor, this is a skill that he learned as part of his occupational therapy. Also handwriting and actually colouring is a huge thing for the first year in primary school. And again, this is a skill that has been developed by attending Sensational Kids.
Sam is 9. At 11 months old, he got a diagnosis of cerebral palsy, ataxia cerebral palsy, which is a movement disorder. We got him some great therapy, great physiotherapy at that time, and he got up on his feet and he walked. And we thought that was the end of our troubles, but at about 4 or 5, we started seeing some more major problems. When we then moved to Ireland when he was 7, and in Ireland he has a diagnosis, he was given a diagnosis of Asperger's syndrome and ADHD. We're in Ireland 2.5 years, and I've yet to see an occupational therapist on the public system or a speech therapist on the public system. We had no choice but to go privately. And even going privately, we could not find an affordable OT. We travelled from Limerick to Kildare for Sam's therapy. My only other option was Cork, to go to Cork, but they didn't have the facilities that we have here in Sensational Kids that Karen has set up. I took a trip up here when I first heard. Just before I spoke to Karen at the very beginning, I was close to going to the States for Sam's therapy. I didn't think what I was looking for was available in Ireland until I spoke to Karen. And then I took a trip up, I had a visit, Googled Karen, saw what it was all about, and was amazed by what was set up here. It was also a one-stop shop, so I could have speech therapy, occupational therapy, all in one place. And I could have an occupational therapist that communicated with the speech therapist to give Sam the best help going forward. The first day I came in here and I met the occupational therapist, she asked me what was Sam's dream, what did he want to do? And he wanted to ride a bike. And after 5 sessions, he was on a bike. He's up to about 30 seconds of pedalling, which is huge for Sam. Yeah. But in his eyes, he can do it. He can do it. He's riding a bike, and that's all he's ever wanted since he was 3 years old, to be like his brother and ride a bike. And that was huge. That was huge for him, for us. And he's snowballing, you know, because of that and the confidence he's getting in himself. You know, we used to have a boy who was a human tornado. He would wake up in the morning, and that was him until 11 o'clock at night, which puts great pressure on a family. It really does. And we're now at the stage where he's sleeping, you know, he's more content, he's more, he'll sleep until 8 o'clock, which is a huge thing, 8 o'clock. He's a much more content child. And we've a long road to go, but hopefully, you know, the difference in 6 months is incredible. My dream for Sam is for him to reach his full potential, to be the best that he can be, the same as my other child.